Yo, what's going on, yo? I'm JB Hoops, and today I got 5 NBA prospects that I think a lot of people are sleeping on, and their stock should be significantly higher than it is right now. Now, this list definitely depends on what you think a sleeper is, but with how I'm interpreting it, it's guys that I think deserve a lot more recognition than they're getting. So let's just get right into it with Jalen Williams, the 6'6" junior out of Santa Clara. Now, at the current moment, he's probably not a sleeper. A lot of people know who he is now, but over the last few weeks, his draft stock has skyrocketed. But I still have to have him on this list for people who aren't aware of how insane this man is. He's an excellent shooter, shot almost 40% from 3. He's an agile and skilled swingman. He can play 1 through 3. He can score on all 3 levels. He facilitates for his teammates, is a really solid defender, and has an insane 7'2" wingspan. A plus 9.75 wingspan. It's just crazy. So there'll be a few of you that haven't been sleeping on him, but I personally have. I'm pretty sure I had him at around 43 in my big board 3.0. And at this point, with his showing at the combine and his measurements, he's definitely a first round talent. I'm considering moving him up to my top 20. I just think he fits in almost any NBA situation. He has the ability to play on or off the ball. He can really shoot it. He can defend, make plays for others, and I just think he's going to be a really good NBA player. And I can honestly see a team like the Cavs falling in love with him at pick 14. Next up, I have a guy who I don't think is getting enough draft hype as he deserves, that being Julian Strawther, the 6'7" wing out of Gonzaga. He's a great spot-up shooter, knocking down 36.5% of his threes this year, has excellent touch from all around the floor. He can lock in on defense, guard both wing positions with his 6'10" wingspan. He finished a crazy 67.1% of his attempts at the rim and an insane 61.9% of his twos outside of the restricted area. I've seen a lot of boards and he isn't even on them. So whilst I think he definitely could go back for another year and become a maybe first round talent, I think he's definitely someone who should be on teams' radar in the second round. The next sleeper I have in this draft is Marcus Sasser, the 6'2" guard out of Houston. He got injured very early on in the season and wasn't on a whole lot of people's draft radars, but he got invited to the G League Elite Camp and NBA Combine and showed out. He's an elite volume shooter, shot almost 44% from deep on 8.6 attempts per game across the 12 games he played. He has NBA range, can shoot it from almost anywhere within the half court, and his release is lightning quick. He's an amazing scorer off the dribble, and I think he'll be an amazing microwave scorer off someone's bench in the NBA. He's got an amazing handle, he's great at creating space, he can score in the pick and roll and ISO you up, but then he also has the ability to play off the ball. He shot a crazy 48% on catch and shoot looks. He has great touch, a nice floater which kind of counteracts his struggles finishing at the rim. And then on the other side, he's a hard-nosed defender. He's a really good point of attack defender against guards. Obviously, he's not the most versatile defender, being only 6'2", but defensively he's very solid, and I just think he's a very great prospect that's become severely underrated, and I think genuinely has a chance to be a second round draft pick. Coming in at 4 on this list, I have Justin Lewis, the 6'8" sophomore out of Marquette. Justin Lewis is a guy a lot of people will be familiar with, and a lot of people see him as a mid to late second round prospect. I think he's become a sleeper and could be a late first round pick, if not early second. He's a very solid shooter, shot about 35% from deep. He rebounds like a big. He's 6'8", 235, and has a 7'3" wingspan, which is crazy. He's also a very solid athlete and a beast when it comes to finishing inside. And then on defense, he moves well laterally, possesses the size and length to defend 1 through 4 and even potentially some 5s. Although he definitely does need to improve as a passer and ball handler and isn't the most explosive athlete, I think he's severely underrated. He can create for himself, defend 1 through 4, and he can pretty much just do everything on the floor. He's really talented, and I think he is a massive draft sleeper. Alright, I'm chucking in a quick bonus sleeper, and that is the 6'5" combo guard out of Murray State, Tevin Brown. But I do want to keep this video to 5 sleepers, but Tevin Brown is definitely an NBA talent. Alright, now the final sleeper I have on this list is Andrew Nembhard, the 6'5" senior out of Gonzaga. He's an elite playmaker, one of the best passers in this class. I think he's going to be a really good and reliable backup point guard in the league, somewhat like a Tyus Jones but bigger. He can create for himself, shoot it from deep, shot 38% from 3 on over 4 attempts a game. He's a capable defender, has soft touch finishing at the rim, and is very good in the mid-range. He was another guy who was super impressive at the combine. He dropped 26 points and 11 assists in one of the scrimmages, and I think that would definitely help his draft stock. But here's a guy that I think definitely should be a second round pick. And if he gets drafted to a contending team, he's going to be really impactful and help them win games. And I think he's a severely underrated prospect in this draft. Alright, so that is all I've got for this video. Leave a like, let me know your draft sleepers down below. Subscribe for more, turn noties on. My big board 4.0 will be coming out in a few days, so stay tuned for that. Anyway, that's all I got. JB Hoops. Ow.